If we just start with the search for Gus this morning and how that search is going at the moment.
Well, we're just getting underway. It was an early start with the use of 80 Australian Defence Force personnel who are, we're very grateful for their support and assistance, helping us expand our search area beyond where we have currently searched to ensure that essentially we're leaving no stone unturned in our efforts to now recover Gus from the property. It is a significant searching activity, and it has been since Gus was reported missing. But we are dedicated to making sure we do everything we possibly can to bring Gus back to his family.
Were there any new leads that prompted you guys to renew the search?
No, this is not based on new information. This is based on our search coordinator specialists, medical specialists and survivability specialists looking at every possibility, and this is us exhausting those possibilities. So this is not about fresh information. This is about making sure that, notwithstanding the advice we've had about survivability and the distance that Gus could possibly have travelled, we're extending that even further now to ensure that if there is any likelihood of finding Gus, that we take those opportunities.
How long do you reckon you'll stay on the property this time?
At this stage, using the 80 Defence Force personnel, we are looking for up to 2 days, but there'll be a continual reassessment, and the resources that we're deploying may change over time, and the use of specialist drones will be another consideration as we move forward as well.
What's the size of this expanded search?
I don't have the exact search details, but our current search area so far has covered approximately 470 square kilometres, and as I said earlier, when you consider that the square mile of Adelaide is about just over 4 square kilometres, that's like 100 CBDs, over 100 CBDs that we are searching in quite unusual terrain. So it is a significant effort, but we have been we're exhausting every opportunity to recover Gus.
And at the end of the 2 days, if we still haven't found Gus, what are we doing?
We'll reassess. We have a task force established called Task Force Horizon, which is comprised of a range of specialists who will continue to analyse information, assess opportunities for further searches on the property, and investigate all of the circumstances that possibly might have occurred that's resulted in Gus going missing.
How big is that task force? How many people?
We have 12 people working on that task force.
And when did you set up the task force?
We're announcing that today. So we have had people dedicated to the search for Gus, but based on the fact that we've yet to find him and that we will have an ongoing commitment to this exercise, we have established a task force to make sure that we coordinate it as we would any other policing operation.
Have there been any results on the thermal drone camera?
The thermal drone camera is, as I'm advised, quite complex in terms of how it operates. It collects data from the search location. That data has to be analysed, and then the analysis results are provided to police. We are not very hopeful that we are going to get anything significant from that data, but we're still waiting for the conclusion of that analysis.
How's the family faring?
Well, I think I would describe them as stoic, but you can imagine just how they're feeling, without having Gus and without having answers as to exactly where Gus is and what's happened to him. This would be traumatic for any family. The family continue to cooperate with South Australia Police, and we're grateful for that cooperation, and we're doing what we can to support the family while we conduct our investigations.
Is there any reason to believe Gus didn't wander off from the property?
Our efforts up until this point have been focused on the search of the property for a missing child. There is no evidence to suggest any other circumstances that might have resulted in Gus not being located. But we also have an obligation to consider all possibilities, and that's part of our work going forward, is to make sure that nothing is left unaddressed.
But just to be clear, you don't suspect foul play?
There is nothing to suggest foul play, and as you would tell from the work we're doing today with the ADF, that our focus is largely on an exhaustive search of the property on the basis that Gus has wandered off, and we're hopeful that we can find him and return him to his family.
Is it just the ADF, or we've got the SES and some locals there as well?
Today it's about ADF. We have 80 ADF personnel being coordinated by SAPOL's field search coordinators.